Good morning, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, May 27th, and I'm going to do the third plant lesson. It might be the last lesson, boys and girls, because next week is our last week of school. I might just check in with you and show you how the plants are growing, but we probably won't do an activity. So this is going to be the last activity day. I'm very excited to show you the plants. My plants are all growing. I know there are a few of you that are doing your seeds at home, and I hope yours are growing too. Don't forget to send me pictures. I love to see them. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I think first we're going to take a look at our seeds. Okay, we don't call them seeds anymore. Look at them. Look at how beautiful they are and how fast they grew in just 1 week. So last week, if you remember, it took 1 week for the lettuce to come up, and that was the first. You know, I was gone for a few days, so I'm not sure. The rest of them all started coming up pretty much the same time. So let's take a look. Here's the pumpkin. And remember, I poke 3 holes. Oh, there's another one coming up down there. I was wondering what happened to that third one. So there's 2 plants here. All right. And here are the tomatoes. Now, when I poke the holes, I poked 1, 2, 3 holes. And on those teeny tiny seeds, I didn't just put 1 seed in there. I sprinkled a few. That's why you see so many leaves. And here are the beans. These are green beans. There's also 2 plants, and I did plant 3 seeds, so there may be another one coming up. We'll check maybe by next week. Here's the carrots. Again, I poked 3 holes and I sprinkled a few seeds in each hole. Now, at first I was worried about my peppers. I kept thinking, oh boy, what happened? Did I forget to put the seeds in there? But look, they're just starting. Okay, so they're just starting. So we'll give those another week and we'll see what happened, okay? We'll see. So that means all the seeds had germinated. Germinate means the plant just starts coming out of the seed, and now they've sprouted. Sprout means the stem comes up, they get their leaves, and the roots are down, right? So we can't see the roots in the ground, of course, but with our experiment, we can really see the roots, and I'm really excited to show you this. I'll show you this one first. All right, this is the one where I put the lima bean seeds in the bag. And if you see this one, it got really kind of black and mildewy. I don't know why that one did, and then this one worked so good. But remember, we had water in the bag. We had not too much air because I kind of got most of the air out. There's a little air in the bag. There was water on the paper towel, and it did have sunlight because I put these in the window. Okay, but what was it missing? No dirt, right? No dirt and not very much air. So if you predicted that these seeds would not grow in the bag, they did. But parents, this is an experiment that we do in school, and everybody gets their own bag. And some of them work and some don't, and it's always kind of sad for the kids, the ones that don't work. So it was kind of fun just to do it together. So if I take the whole thing out, what we have to do, actually turn this like this. There's the root. This is the root with the little root hairs. Okay, here's the seed. Now this is kind of cool because you can see the seed coat. I'm just going to take it off. Hard to do. I forgot to get the tripod out. All right, I'm going to see if I can just take that seed off and see if the leaves are inside. Yeah, they sure are. So this is probably the last time we'll look at it, so I'm going to go ahead and take it apart. I don't want to break it, though. Let's see. Well, I wasn't planning on that happening. I just broke that one. I'll try to get this one out of the bag. Oh, yeah, this is a little better. Okay, here's the roots down at the bottom. Here's the stem. And then here's the leaves. They haven't really opened up yet. So this is basically, this is the same seed as these. These are green beans and these are lima beans, but you can see which ones grew better. The ones in the soil, right? Much better. Now, I really like this experiment. So this is the one where I put the seed on the side of the cup. So look, that's so awesome. You can see the stems growing up with the leaves and the roots growing down. Now, there's not much more room for those roots to go down. So if I wanted to, I would have to plant this into a bigger pot or plant it outside in my own garden. And then I was going to show you on this one. Here is the original seed. So it was, as it grew up, it was stuck to the leaves right there, and then it just fell off. and I can just throw that away. So the seed pod is the food for the little plant. But then when it doesn't need it anymore, it doesn't need that seed pod anymore, it will just fall off. And all seeds do that, but the lima bean is kind of cool because it's such a big seed that you can really see what's happening in there. I'm very excited. Oh, one more thing before we write. I wanted to compare these seeds, or the seedlings, the plants. We can call them plants now. So can you tell by looking which is the tallest? There you go. These two are kind of close, right? So here's the lima beans. I'm going to put them next to each other. Here's sorry, I said lima beans, green beans, and here's the pumpkins. Now the leaves look kind of similar. They're really healthy, hardy leaves. Really big, thick, strong leaves. The beans are taller, aren't they? So the beans are the tallest. I would say the lettuce is the shortest. There's a lot of little lettuce leaves, but they're very short. Okay, and then these are kind of oval shape, long and pointy. And these are really long and pointy. This almost looks like grass, doesn't it? That was the carrots. Carrots. This is the tomatoes. And then remember, the peppers haven't come up yet. So those are actually the smallest, but they're only small because they haven't really started to sprout yet. We'll look at those next week. Okay, so I think I want to write in the journal first. If you haven't done any writing with this, it's okay. And remember, you could either find a journal online, like I did. You could make your own by just stapling some papers together. Okay, or you could just write on a piece of paper, and you don't have to make it and turn it into a book. Let's just kind of review. We planted the seeds on May 13th, and I put them here in order how they were. There was just dirt and seeds in the little terracotta pots. We planted 6 different seeds, and I saw from the pictures that people sent me that a lot of you guys were planting your own seeds, and they weren't the same as mine, and that's okay, because all seeds basically grow the same way. They have roots, stem, leaves, and they all need the same thing. They need air, water, sunlight, and soil. So it doesn't matter if you did the same seeds as I did. Okay. Now last week when we wrote on Wednesday, on May 20th, the lettuce seeds were the only ones that had sprouted. They were the only ones that had come up. So that's what we wrote. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. I went ahead and got started, right, to save a little time. And what I did is I drew my 6 pots. I already labeled them, and then I tried to show how the pumpkin plant had come up with nice, big, thick, strong leaves. And then the beans, there were 2 bean plants coming up, and they, the bean plants, I'll show you, they didn't just have 2 leaves. See the leaves underneath too? So they're gonna get leaves all the way up, like in our picture. There's some more leaves coming up right there. Okay, the pumpkins have the big, thick, strong leaves. Okay, here's the lettuce. My little peppers are just starting to come up. Here was my carrots with those long, skinny leaves, and the tomatoes. And remember, you'll draw a picture of whatever your plants look like, or if you didn't do your own plants, you can draw ours, because these are ours together. If we were in the classroom, we would be sharing these. Okay, my observation, I'm going to go ahead and say all. Okay, all the, now again, I forgot my stick. Here I have an extra pencil, that makes a good space. All the seeds, better move that over, or 1 finger, boys and girls. On this type of paper, 1 finger is enough. I'm gonna hold this down with my elbow. Seeds, okay, all the seeds. And when I run out of room, I come down here. Have, that's one of our sight words, have, you can sound it out, but you have to put a E on the end. All the seeds have, oops, sorry, I was gonna write have again. Let's say sprouted. Now, even though the peppers haven't come up very much, they are, we can see them. So it's S-P, out. Okay, the word out is O-U-T. Okay, O-U says out, and then E-D, because it's not happening now. If we were watching them right now, if it was current, we would say they are sprouting. okay? But they have already sprouted, so we put the ED on the end. All the seeds have sprouted. I'll put a period. And then you can just say one of your other observations. I think I'm going to say the beans are the tallest. Okay, I'll put my stick down, or my pencil down for a space. Beans, and these are green beans. E, two E's together make a long E sound. Or we know our song, G-R-E-E-N, G-R-E-E-N. The green beans, oh, here's another good long vowel rule. When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So I put an E and an A. You hear the E, it's a long E sound. You don't hear the A, it's silent. I'll fix that later when I go back. I'll erase that and just make it a regular. Okay, the green beans are, now we know are, it's a sight word. We know I'm gonna have to write all the way over here. Sometimes you have to gauge how much space you have and say, I don't think I'll have enough room. So I'm gonna move it over, and you could always write at the bottom too. I'll put my stick down again, are the tallest. So we start with the word tall, which is a T. The word all, in my class, all is a purple word. And then est are the tallest. Now you don't have to write the same thing as me because you might observe something different. Okay, all right. And again, I might put a lesson on next Wednesday also. And in fact, I will, but we might not, might write in our journal real quick and we'll take a look at the seeds, but it'll be a pretty short lesson because I know people are busy and they're going to start going on vacation and stuff next week. Okay, I wanted to do one more thing. It won't take very long. If you remember, when we first started this 2 weeks ago, we talked about the needs of plants. And we know that plants need sunlight, some kind of a light, right? They need water, whether that's rain or watering from a hose or watering from a little watering can, but they need water. If you don't water them, they will not grow. They need to be in the soil. You can sometimes start them out in a little cup or a bag, but they're not going to grow very well unless they have soil, because soil has the nutrients for the plants. And also because the roots need to go down and dig themselves down into the dirt, okay? And they'll hold them down. They'll keep them in place when the stems grow up. And of course they need air, okay? And then I'm gonna go over this one again. Parts of the plants, okay? And we've learned this over the last few weeks. Okay, the first thing that comes out of the seed, that it doesn't show you the seed because the seed is gone. It's probably just, worked its way into the dirt, just kind of disintegrated into the dirt. But here, the first is the seed. The roots come out first, right? And they grow down into the dirt. The stem comes up, and then on the stem are leaves. Some plants just have a few leaves. Some plants have lots of leaves. And then some plants are flowering plants. And if it is a flowering plant, if it has a blossom or a flower, and you look close, there are more seeds inside. And the cool thing about this, that this is a life cycle. At school, I had a life cycle poster, but I just never brought it home. They start from the seed. Well, guess what? They end up with the seeds inside the flower. And sometimes the wind blows and the seeds will get scattered across the land, okay, the ground, and then they'll grow new flowers. And that's how a lot of seeds grow again. Okay, so I also found something similar, a picture, parts of a plant that shows exact same thing, the parts. And then I did find lots of different worksheets, okay? So this one says, I can label the parts of a plant. If you haven't done this already, I know a few of you have, you can find something like this and then I'll show you. If you can't find anything like this, if you don't have a printer at home, you can just draw it. I'm going to show you both ways. Now this is actually a cut and paste. You see down at the bottom, you can cut those words out. Okay, I would have done that, but it's hard for me to do with one hand when I'm holding the camera. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. The first one, what do you think that says? Even if you can't read that, it's the word, the part of the plant that starts with an L. Leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and just write it up here. You do either write it or cut and paste if you find it like that. leaves. And there's more than one, so I'm going to put that. I can even check this off. We've done this one. Let's go to the second one. S-T-M. Stem. You guys see the stem? Is that the stem? How about this? No, we want this one. The arrow points right there. So I'm going to put it in this box, and you can sound it out. S-T-M. Okay, the vowel's all by itself, so it makes a short sound. I'll check this off. All right, seeds. Well, oh, okay, you know what? This is a little tricky. You guys might think that the seeds are down here in the dirt, but after the plant grows, those seeds kind of disappear. They either fall off of the stem, okay? So once the plant is full grown, the seeds are going to be back inside the flower, right here in the middle. Think of a sunflower. Okay, the seeds are in the middle. Ah, I have an amazing sunflower, this middle section of a sunflower at school. I should have brought that home. And that makes it easy to see the seeds inside. Okay, seeds are up here. That one was a little tricky. Okay, and then the flower. All right, we have 2 boxes left. Well, you know that's not the flower. Here it is. It's pointing to the petals. And that's a bigger word, so I'm going to write a little bit smaller. Flower. And then the last one are the roots. Okay, and this one you can sound out. Ooh, root. Roots. All right. Here's another one. This one's very easy because all you have to do is draw a line. So leaves are here. Roots, there they are. I just draw a line, a diagonal line. This one says seeds. Oh, I like that because it's the inside of the flower, but it's actually pointing to the little seeds there. Okay, the flowers, the petal part right there, you see? And then the stem. Okay, so you can find something like that. Or you could draw your own. So I found this, and if you, you could do that, or you could just have a blank piece of paper. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, let's pretend we put the seeds in the pot. Okay, now you wouldn't be able to see them through the pot, but we're going to go ahead and draw the roots go down. So the roots would be here. If we could see inside of these pots, we'd see the roots, or we could actually pull one of the plants up, but I don't really need to do that because we could see the roots on this cup, on the clear plastic cup. Okay, so now the stem grows up. So I'm going to make it go up, 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 up. That's what grows first. Okay, I'm going to put some leaves on there. Remember, some plants just have 2 leaves, one on each side. The lima bean plant has lots of leaves. I'm going to do that kind of fast. And then if it's a flowering plant, it would have a center with seeds inside. And it would have petals. And the petals, sometimes they're round, sometimes they're oval. Mine kind of looks like a sunflower, doesn't it? So if you think of this, that's the sunflower seeds. So I would do the same thing. I would draw arrows and write seeds. I'll point to one of the petals and write flower. Okay. I would point to the leaves and put an arrow here. Leaves. Okay. I'll point to the stem and draw an arrow. Stem. And then down here are the roots. If you do any of these worksheets or you make your own, please send me a picture. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm saving your picture. I'm either writing on it or putting a nice message or a little sticker on it, a little award, and then I'm sending it back to you. I also have some, it's called a Green Thumb Award, because if you're a really good gardener, they say you have a green thumb if your plants grow good. And I printed some out, and I will give those to my class when we do our little virtual graduation. Put them in your memory book too. Okay, one more thing. I did find a worksheet like this. It's super, super easy. Again, these are the needs of the plants. The plant needs water. I see the word water down here, so that's going to go all the way up here. The plant needs sun. I'll go down. The plant needs air. They're showing us a cloud and air. The plant needs soil or dirt. And if you can't find a worksheet, if you don't have a printer, you could do, what does a plant need? I'm gonna, sorry about this, I'm gonna draw some dirt down here, soil. The plant needs sunlight. I can maybe draw a big sun. And I could label this. This is the plant. Plant needs. Okay, plants are like people. They need sunshine. They need air. We'll put the air right here. Maybe I'll draw a cloud. All right, they need sun. They need soil. They need air, and they need water. So we could either draw rain, or we could draw like a watering can. All right, that's what I've been using to water my plants. I have a watering can like that. So we'll put the water right here. All right, you guys learned a lot with these lessons. So thank you very much. And oh, I wanted to sing the song again. And I'll hold it up. Actually, I'm gonna go like this because then it won't be so shaky, okay? It's called The Little Seed. Ready? And it's to the tune of I'm a Little Teapot. Ready? I'm a little seed in the dark, dark ground. Out comes the sun, yellow and round. Down comes the rain, wet and slow. Up comes a little seed, grow, grow, grow. Yay! Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.